So it was 1978 when my father first came up with the idea of starting a gun safe company. He had been collecting guns for about 10 years. He had amazing shotguns, amazing rifles. He was an avid skeet shooter. And with 2 kids at home and my mom,
he realized that he really needed a safe, something to protect them, something to make him feel secure with his family around him as well. So he decided to go out and buy himself one. He looked and he looked and he looked.
But all they had were gun cabinets. The doors were thin, the bodies were welded up, and they actually used 2 padlocks on the fronts of these safes. So they were not very effective security devices.
They weren't large enough. They weren't appropriate enough. They were something that anybody could break into. He didn't want one of those. He wanted something like they had in the banks. To him, that was what a real safe was.
So he found a manufacturer who can build him a very strong safe. And so he went and he designed the perfect safe. And it was revolutionary at the time. He asked for 1/4-inch steel and 3/8-inch doors and locks that actually had relocking devices on them. And he had this amazing gun safe designed and built for himself.
He made the interior so that all the shelves were adjustable. He could get large shotguns in there. He had on the door, he had places to put your rifles. He had everything. He even had carpeting in there. It was beautiful. So he had it made, and was he happy when it was done?
And when he got it home, his shooting buddies were just blown away. They're like, wow, I've never seen a safe like this. I want to get one for myself.
He went back there and he had the man build him 12 safes. When we're all done, who arrives at my front door, or by my garage actually? A big truck. It had 12 safes in there, just like the one Fred had. I cried. I could still remember myself holding my child in my arms, and I'm looking, and I cried. I really cried. I said, couldn't you find something like diamonds to like? I was so upset. So he put an ad that week. It arrived maybe, I think, Thursday or Friday. He put an ad in our local newspaper, the Daily Breeze, and the ad came out. That weekend, he sold every single one.
And that following week, he sold double.
It was an exciting time to see this happen, and I knew it wasn't going to end here. What was he was going to do, I had no idea, but I know him, and I knew that this made a big impression on him, and we were onto something.
Back in the 70s, there was really no such thing as gun protection. I mean, people literally put guns on walls to display them. And as you know, gun accidents were rampant. So he thought to himself, wow, what a great idea. Let's start a gun safe company so we can lock up guns and we can also protect kids from getting in potential accidents.
He started his venture on making himself an expert, an entrepreneur in building gun safes for everybody, for safety and for security.
So he rented a factory and started building some of the best gun safes in the country.
And that's how Sportsman Steel Safe started.